Hey guys, so today is a Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, and this update is about the beach talk. So it's a summer, I go quite often to the beach, and it's hot and humid right now. It's about to rain. It was raining a little bit, and when temperature is 30 35 degrees, then you know, quite humid. So I was listening unwillingly, totally unwillingly. I was listening both men and females, what they talk on a beach, and you know how it is. You're somewhere, you put your towel somewhere, somebody else is put towel like 2, 3, 4 meters away, and they talk. Even if you don't wanna listen, you're gonna be listening them, and because they're not gonna stop because of you. And so first, women. Women, they definitely talk a lot. Typically, two Croatian women will talk about 2 hours non-stop, and they will pick up a family. They will go into details about the family and each individual for about 20 30 minutes. Then they're gonna go to the next family or to the next individual, and then after 2 hours, they're gonna talk about food for maybe 20 minutes. And when they reach the food topic, 20 30 minutes, then this is the end of the conversation. So I'll give you an example. Two women first talking about the family. They talk about the house they had. When that house was built, it was built in 1950s. When they fixed the house completely, which was 10 years ago. When they fixed roof completely again, which was 5 years ago. How many cubic meters of stone they used to fix the wall, the cars, first car and second car, and then details about the man, where he works, how much is he roughly paid for, um, general situations at his place of work, then about the woman, then of course about the poor daughter, which is very beautiful, but she was dating a boy 4 years and they didn't get married. Oh my god, uzeo je najbolje godine života, nije ju oženio. Yo, jadna. He took 4 best years of her life and he didn't marry her. Poor girl. And then about the son, with a very important tone, that he's studying electrotechnica and has a Yamaha synthesizer. That he's studying electrotechnics and he has a Yamaha synthesizer, that he's good playing that instrument, but he's not making money because he just plays for fun. And then the type of the synthesizer and how much money it did cost. I think was about 1,500 euros. So details about the whole financial situation of the family. And if you want net value, they have amazing amount of data from both perspectives, because there is always another person A, but female B also gonna know some data about them. Then they go to the next individual. When they finished with that, then with utmost importance, the next topic is the food. Ja sam jučer kuhala gulaš i danas sam isto podgrijala taj gulaš, onda sam dodala paprike i paradajza. Joj, znaš kakve sam srdelice kupila? 40 deka za 23 kune 40 lipa. Basically details about the stew, what she added in a stew, and purchase from today sardines, 40 deka for 24 kuna 30 lipa. Excellent deal. And this is it. And then you're listening a next woman on a phone, again glued completely to the phone, talking about again somebody else. 1 hour conversation about somebody else. Details again. Net value, social net value, the goodwill, real estate, pokretnine, as we call cars, and of course what they can figure out about how much money is there in total. um, and I was like, man, this is so stupid. But there is something to it, and I'm gonna come to this later on when I finish with the men. Croatian men, they have 3 levels of conversation. First level is business. Second level is corruption, and the third level is stupid talk of a young man, which I'm gonna briefly touch. So, topic number one is they talk a lot about work. They talk about exactly what they do. Either one guy like flipping apartments, how much prices are rising in Rijeka, in Zagreb, in Split per apartment, different neighborhoods, how much he needs to invest in every apartment to flip it next year or year after that, etc., etc. Or situations at the different companies where whoever was talking about, they talk a lot about the work. While women, they talk a lot about family and individual in a sense of a value. The men are talking more about specific problems they're facing. Like, okay, I'm talking this typically to the guys, and so we know how it goes. And then a next topic, which is completely and absolutely absent with the women, is politics. Politics where a country is going to, politics in a sense of corruption. And I was actually fascinated when I was comparing, like, how come that women do not have this perception of a politics as a man do. But then I realized how naive I was, and I'm gonna come to that when I finish with the man number three. Stupid talk of young men when they're trying to be cool to each other, when they're faking like their importance, when they don't still, I don't know, like in that 17-year-old fantasy world, I'm gonna be somebody in a life. um, and that's, minority of the behavior, because that group, age group, is, thanks to the mortality not the natality, is like a very small age group. So you have not much of that teenage naivety around hearing it, watching it, observing it. So I'm gonna go back to the um, comparison between what people are focused when they're in groups between Croatian adult males, middle-aged males, and middle-aged females. Middle-aged females, as I said, they are trying to sense the goodwill and overall capital of every certain family. They know every certain individual, because politically speaking, this is also political talk. They're trying to sense the importance, and they're trying to sense what they can get out of that family or out of that individual, at least how to behave towards them where they are at the totem pole. So their politics is very down to earth. Like, it's the politic of somebody who is like trying to sense, in a real sense of politics, uh, like, with whom do I have to make alliance against whom? Who is important? It doesn't. It's a real politic in its absolute sense. It has nothing to do with the right or to wrong. It has only to do with the power. Where is somebody? And to know that, you really need to know the information. How much did money they spend for that, fixing that wall, and how much money did they spend for fixing that second car? Because that gives you the real information. Where is somebody at the totem pole of the privilege? Because out of the privilege, money follows. In real world, in Hollywood, it's all about being honest and charisma and hard work and education. But of course, we all know Croatian women are smart. Money comes from the privilege, and privilege is something you show with your house, with your roof, with your wall, with your car, with your synthesizer Yamaha. Okay. So now Croatian men, they talk about politics from a man perspective. They're analyzing corruption, how much this and this director took money from that company, how did he fuck up the shipyard with this and this contract, how material is being stolen from the shipyard, man talk. And what they're right in the men's way. They're analyzing like the more abstract level of corruption, um, but but they're not analyzing as a woman. Woman wouldn't analyze, oh, that director stole that and that much money. She would analyze it, what kind of house he has, what kind of wife he has, second wife, what kind of car he has, what what kind of women he likes, and like, can she score something out of that guy? You see, that's the female perspective of corruption. What can I get from that dick? And and the main perception of corruption is that dick is stealing from everybody. We can't do anything, but at least we can condemn it. And these are two completely different realities. And thanks to these beach conversations, I figured out Croatian folks, exactly the way how they're reasoning, and it's not very flattering. I'll tell you that it's definitely not very flattering. But I really felt that I needed to share this with you guys. Thank you for watching, and good luck. Take care, guys.